So I'm playing against Aridin, or the monster faction. They are really annoying to play against because this card is now a dead card because most of their units are not affected by weather. But I do need to have these first lights in my hand because I need to be able to remove their weather. Do I want Scorch? I guess. Lacerate. These are a lot of... I'm going to remove the cow for now and try and draw into units. That was worse. Getting a revive card on your first hand is really bad because you have nothing to revive. Alright, so I'm going to play it a little bit slow here. I'm just going to play my Blue Stripes Commando. So now all my other Blue Stripes Commandos have +2 attack, or strength. Gain 1 strength whenever a monster unit on your side absorbs strength. Basically, sacrifice a unit, take its strength. Let's play my... This is a very basic card. All it has is 8 strength, and it's bronze. It's a good target for buffs and debuffs. Create on the bottom of your deck 2 base copies of a bronze unit. So this helps a lot with these like small, weak creatures that they spawn a lot of in a short amount of time. They're pretty frustrating to play against. Really, this whole deck is frustrating to play against. And you'll see especially why here pretty soon. Golden Legendary. When he's removed, so it's basically like a pseudo resilience. Okay. I really do not have a lot of options here. It doesn't look like he's playing a weather deck. So I'm going to try and just rally instead of trying to wait for a weather. Oh, that's not too bad. So he's going to play a Necker. I don't want him to do that. So basically, if I killed this unit with my Ballista, he would just summon another unit anyway. So there's like a balance there. Do I want him to summon this other unit, or do I just want to get rid of this unit? Which is worse? Generally, this class does have a lot of like anti-AoE in that way. Huh. Oh, an important thing I didn't mention. This bronze, silver, and gold distinction, it comes with its own restrictions. So gold can't actually be buffed or debuffed or affected by any spells or anything like that. A silver can, but it comes with the restriction of gold that it can't. You can't have like multiple in your deck. Also, there are some effects in the game that don't work on silver cards. So they're kind of the in-between bronze and gold. Bronze meaning you can have 3 of it, and you can basically do anything. Buff, debuff, remove, spell, all that good stuff. So I'm actually just want to... So I have the choice here. I obviously cannot win. Right? So I have to still come up with some kind of solution. So I'm going to give up my not so great card in Rally because it has RNG on it. I don't really care about it. Ooh, that's nice. And I'm going to try and get him to burn a card. So his special ability is that the last card that he plays has resilience, so it carries on to the next round. So now that he's played a card that doesn't have 10 strength and it's just 3 strength, now I want to pass. And he's not going to play another card, even if it is to get that resilience, because then he's not getting scouting later on down the line. He is anyway, though. Oh, okay. He's taking advantage of... Oh, my God. So he just took advantage of the fact that he can play this card and absorb and still get the resilience. Oh, well. There's not a whole lot I can do against that, though. Oh, my God. This is why I hate playing against this deck. It's just so frustrating. Oh, wow. He's going for anti-AoE there. So I'm going to try and bait him. I want him to buff this card as much as possible. And then I can just get rid of it with my Scorch, which destroys the strongest non-gold unit on the battlefield. So I'm going to start by not attacking his highest strength unit. Oh, man. This is rough. This is really rough. let's fish for something. It's not too bad. It's 11 strength gained overall. The 9 plus the 3. The base strength of 3, I should say. Why do these keep healing? What are they doing? Oh, he keeps absorbing every turn. Okay. Okay, so if I play a gold card, I get a bonus, but I don't have any gold cards. This doesn't count as playing a gold card, I don't think. Because it turns this... I know his card turns him to silver. Okay, this is a pain. So I'm going to try... I'm just going to go ahead and lacerate this. I want his cards to get as buffed up as much as he possibly can get them. And then scorch it. That's how you play around endless buffing. And I still have my hero power as well. But so does he. So what I'm probably going to do is potion my field medic. And then I'm going to copy it with my hero ability. That way I get the medic that has the buff and I get the revive. Oh, but it actually set me within range of him. Now I can't play Scorch. Because it would kill my unit too. Oh, okay, he went in Commander Horned. I'm pretty sure I lose by this point, but whatever. Yeah. Oof. It's so tough to play against this class. Because, like, you can't really reliably use weather because a lot of their units are so weather resistance. And I can't really rely on, like, AoE because they actually have a lot of anti-AoE. I can't really focus down one big buff guy because he has lots of big buff guys. We'll play a different class this time. We'll play Nilfgaard. So this is the class I was talking about earlier that was, I thought sucked, but is actually really good. All right. So I'm actually playing against the class I played against last time. I don't need a weather removal. Scorch is fine. Spotter. Cow. This is gonna be a tricky hand to win with. So generally speaking, Nilfgaard is like the kind of like, he's like the political guy. You know, he's got spies. He's got ambassadors. He has vision. So I'm going to start with this guy, my alchemist. Reveal a random card in my opponent's hand. Not only does this buff my unit up with strength, but it also, you know, allows me to see what he's planning. And also, there's a cool side effect of this hero power, which I'll showcase later. Okay, there's his Geralt. So I can't debuff it because it's gold. I'm going to reveal another card. Wow, he has an Ard too. This displacement spell is really useful for, or not spell, but whatever. Displacement is really useful for getting units into a rain effect. Okay, so he just passed, right? He wants me to try and take a tie because he doesn't want to waste any more cards. I'm not going for that. So I'm going to play my prize winning cow, which puts me 1 over, and then I can pass. That's why cow can be so damn good. So I get to win the round, and I get a cow. Or the 9 strength unit next turn. Okay, this is a really good hand. I should be able to win this. Oh yeah, one of my special perks about playing this class is that I get a redraw at the start of every turn. 1 more card redraw. Okay, so I need to play around Torch, so I need to be a little bit careful. Or Scorch, whatever. This is a unit that gets more strength for every little eyeball creatures on the field. On the opposing side, rather.
Nice mess you've got here.
Of which I have 1 more spying card. So it looks like he's playing a pretty straightforward deck. So I'm just going to focus on keeping his units at a low strength. So whenever he does like try and buff them up real big, I can get rid of him. Or rather, they're less of a threat because of his hero power.
Broke as shit peddlers. Death to the enemy.
Alright. Okay, so I'm definitely not going to try and force this to a third round if I don't have to. So I'm going to try and play... I'm just going to try and play everything that I have. And there's not actually a lot of, like, decision making. You can go with a hand like this. You just kind of play your cards out. And hope. It's like this weird middle ground of, like... There are certain situations, or not a middle ground, but a weird facet about this game. Is that there are moments of like intense, like strategical thinking, tactical prowess, and all that. And then other times, just like, I don't know, just play your cards and hope for the best. It's pretty great. So he has a huge card advantage over me. And that's to say he has, you know, simply more cards than I have. So it looks like he's trying to bait me into playing more cards. So if I go and play another card here, then let's say I shoot up to 50 strength, right? What he's going to do is that he's just going to pass. So I can't go too far ahead of him. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play my hero power. This allows me to not have to play a card, and I can see what's in his hand, and I stole a turn. So now he has to play a card or pass, but he's not going to pass because I didn't play any cards. He wants me to waste time or waste plays. He wants me to be as far ahead as I possibly can and waste my cards so that when the next turn comes around, he has a better chance of winning by having just a simply greater card advantage. Okay. So I know he has a useless card next to useless card. I don't think he has a weather effect. I think I can fight this. I think I can fight this. So I'm just going to buff on my melee. Whoops. Make sure to erase that audio. Alright, what's he up to here? Oh no. That's actually kind of good because it allows me, it puts him in a better place for me to try and scorch him. There's not a whole lot I can do here. And he still has room to use his hero ability, so I'm thinking I'm going to pass. He has to play at least one card to win the round and bring it to the third round. So I think I'm going to take my chances with that. And it's hard to say exactly why I would make that kind of decision. But it makes more sense as you play more. Like, for example, there are, you know, a dozen different factors, a dozen little factors that kind of come up with that decision. That's not necessarily right, but it's like, that's where it kind of becomes poker, because there's so much less about actually playing the game and more like playing the player. Okay, and also I get a chance to redraw. So I think I get rid of this card. Getting a first light when you're not trying to remove weather kind of sucks. That's one of the few examples of randomness in this game. I feel like that's kind of like the punishment for playing it when you don't actually need it. Oh well, it's actually really good. Sort of good. It probably means I can't actually use Scorch unless he comes up with a whole bunch of buff cards in his hand. Maybe I should have used Scorch at the beginning. It wouldn't have been very efficient, but due to getting any value at all for the card, might have been worth it. And now I'm definitely not going to get value for the card. Or probably not going to. So I made sure, even though I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Eviscerate, I'm making sure to separate these cards to make sure they're not in the same row. Okay. I can't get rid of that unless I get rid of both of my guys. And that definitely would not be worth it because then I wouldn't get the ambassador bonus. But this is, unless like some kind of he pulls out some kind of weird play, I'm definitely not going to get Scorch value. So Scorch is a dead card in my hand now. I think I've lost by this point. He should really play. It's kind of surprising that he did that. Yeah, I should have played Scorch at the beginning. I got greedy, and that's why I lost this game. Yeah, he definitely has what he needs here. Damn.
Let's get this over with.
I wonder what that last card is. I at least would have had a chance. It would have been 40 or 35 to 37 at least. And he didn't show me what that card was. But anyway, so like you can very easily trace that loss, or at least the chance of that win, back to that one decision that I made. It's cool like that. I didn't like play my cards like in the wrong order in the combo. I made the wrong logical decision, if that makes sense. That's kind of the whole point of what I'm trying to get with this game. There's a lot more craniumal thinking as opposed to just going through the motions and hoping your draws are good. Damn. I keep going back and forth between like 750 and 650. Go on now. Close. Let's try out another one. We'll try out Skillage because Skillage is really powerful. But also it's really easy to punish, and you'll see that in a minute.